I'm Gina. Today I'm going to talk about the biohacking, and I dub it like the modern part of enlightenment. Throughout the presentation, you understand why I put this subtitle. And as you see, I'm wearing special glasses, which are not for sharp sight. They are biohacking tools, so I'm biohacking myself as we're talking. But you understand later on what are these glasses about. Let's go on. So, I'm here to teach you Jedi skills. So I'm gonna teach you how, by using hacks, you will take control over your life and you can change things you don't like in order to upgrade yourself. Your health, your nutrition, your fitness, and all that comes in mind. By the way, this picture is from Biohacking Summit, where I borrowed the sword from someone. So what is biohacking? We may have heard a lot of things, and when people hear the word hacking, they kind of got scared, but biohacking, one of the definitions is do-it-yourself biology. Then it's a transhumanist movement for body modifications, but I like to call it the art and science of upgrading oneself with systems thinking, biology and technology. That said, one does not simply do biohack yourself to have fun, alright? You do it because you want to change something that you don't like. Say, you have bad health, maybe a few pounds around Christmas or whatever, and you want to be in better shape. Yes, you can apply biohack for that. You don't apply it just to have fun, because some people may do it for that. So how is done? When it's going to biohacking, there are two ways to do it. I like to call it the dark side and the light side. The dark side are the so-called grinders. They are do-it-yourself cyborgs. There are people that like to implement under their skin some chips for to communicate with, say, to unlock their phone, or if they have automatic home to unlock their home, or wherever, or may implement magnets. These magnets, they say that with the magnets under their skin, they acquire extra sense, they feel the magnet fields. I really don't know if that's true. And the thing is, this is too early to be said. I think this is quite a risky thing. I don't advocate it. The other approach is by the quantified self, where you collect different data for yourself by using different apps, smart wearables, Internet of Things, and yes, you can test your genetics. It's possible now. Everyone can do it. Using enhanced nutrition and of course exercise. Say more biological way. Okay, so biohackers see his life as a system through a lens of data. So in the middle of this is our DNA, and you want to upgrade different systems like exercise, nutrition, sleep, mind, and work to achieve better health, life extension, less stress, more productivity, and higher performance. So in real time, you do experiments. You collect data with these apps, wearables about yourself. Then you check this data and use the data to new experiment. And the reason I call it enlightenment, I'll use this quotation.
Biohacking is a modern path to enlightenment. You use external technologies, devices, and self-quantification methods to gain a perspective of yourself. So, it's all about self-knowledge. But you maybe wonder how I got into biohacking, where I learned about it. Well, 2014, end of October, I met an amazing person on a conference. He was a speaker and he delivered a speech about upgrading your daily life with biohacking and quantified self. He talked about how he cured himself using research and self-experimentation. His name is Temo Arena and he is a tech entrepreneur, internationally renowned speaker, biohacker, co-author of the Biohacker's Handbook, and the organizer of the Biohacker Summit.
Of course, I was not able to get there, say, the same year or the next year, but I went last year. Yeah, that's me. I was volunteering for a Biohacker Summit. And I remember the moment I saw the email, the confirmation that you accepted to volunteer. I cannot describe how I felt like this. I can remember my heart was beating so fast. Could not believe that this is happening. I was so excited beyond myself. So let's talk about the Biohacker Summit, just shortly, of course. So Biohacker Summit, which I volunteered, was in Helsinki in 2016. It was about living through science, technology, and nature. And it has world-renowned speakers, which I'll show you on the next slide. They were talking about aspects of health, nutrition, performance, fitness. It has also exhibition, which included some nutrition, super meals, superfood, smart wearables, and different tools to reduce stress and all that. Then for me, what most important, interesting thing was the thermogenic spa, which lets you experience the full Finnish experience, like you have cold bath, you had hot tub, you had Finnish sauna and infrared sauna. You have to use this in order, and the idea of varying the temperatures is that it have benefits like reducing inflammation, activating longevity genes, and improving cardiovascular performance. These are speakers that talk to that event. So you see very knowledgeable people from different areas: fitness, science, mind. You can get more information on the website. These are some pictures from there. So this is the main stage. I'm sorry it's dark, but from the VIP room it's how I see it. And this was taken like earlier in the day. This is the Biohacker Handbook, which is the manual for the modern biohacker. Okay. Now, we cut the theory. I want to share what I actually did with regarding myself. So, there is a company, a lab in UK called DNA Fit. They are doing fitness and nutrition tests. They analyze your DNA and they give you feedback, like what type of nutrition diet you should have and what type of exercise and all that. This is the next slide. Okay, so bad news are I will not get an athlete at all. I don't have genes for that. Say that means I have too high carbohydrate sensitivity. That means I should avoid sugar at any cost. Also, I am lactose intolerant, and the preferred diet I should have is a low carb diet that is also lactose intolerant. So this, as I said, it's related to your genes. I mean, you can have different results mostly. So the training I should have should be like 39 to 61% power to endurance training, and that could mean I have to say cycle bike for 40 minutes and lift weights for 20 approximately. And then we have things like caffeine sensitivity, which I also find very interesting. That means I metabolize caffeine very slow, so I have to be very careful how much coffee I drink in a day if I want to sleep. So there's another small insight from this. So we all have the European references for how much of certain vitamins and micro and macronutrients we should have. But well, they are not the same for everyone. So here I have circled the discrepancies in the recommendations and my own. And I want to emphasize that when it comes to vitamin E, which is an antioxidant, my need is like 13 times, which is absolutely impossible to get with food. So in order to biohack this, I have to take supplements, which I do. And then comes the caffeine. The normal dose is 300 milligrams, where mine is only 200. So I quantify how much coffee I'm allowed to drink, or I just say try to be below that anyways. Right, now you're waiting this. I know it took some time. Okay, I'll try to summarize useful tips for all of the 5 and 1+1 sides of your life and that you can improve. So I'd like to start first with the DNA. The 23andMe is a good website where actually can give you the sequence of your genome, but you may not be able to read it yourself, so I would suggest, specifically if you want to use your DNA test for fitness and nutrition, you choose DNA Fit. It's London based, so you get the results for, say, 2 weeks, pretty short. Then, let's see, where shall we start? Maybe exercise. Okay, the high intensity interval training is a good thing to get benefits from exercising in a short way, in the shorter term. So you may want to check this. Then comes the discussion, should you do endurance on strength? Well, again, your DNA will tell you what more should be, but you have to include both of them to have, because the strength builds more muscle, which will burn more fat and will lead to longevity. Under that, I just list some of smart wearables and wristbands that are currently on the market, so you can check your fitness levels with any of these as a preference. Then go to nutrition. In MyFitnessPal, it's a website, an app. You can say track nutrient values for different foods or put your own diary walk what you eat. Then we have suggestion that paleo diet. It's that what we should try to follow. It means more close to the nature, like try to eat wholesome food, cook it yourself, like really what our ancestors have been eating back in time. And ketogenic diet is another suggestion, but it goes to processed ketosis, which is actually using fat to burn and all that. So it's really carb restricting that, but some biohackers use that. Intermittent fasting is also, how to say, done by some biohackers. It's not, you can fast like half day or 1 day. They do it for different purpose and they vary it with our nutrition. But what you should do: eat wholesome food, drink a lot of water. You may like to check this bulletproof coffee. It's a thing that comes from US. There's again some more information, but it's increased the energy levels in the morning, and it's quite different than the normal coffee. And avoid refined foods. Well, that's pretty logical, but anyway. So when it comes to sleep, in the day, you want to have something that will block the blue light that is coming from all the devices we use. So these are the same glasses, Swanwick, that are in the list. And The apps like Flux, Iris, Twilight, and Easy Eyes are either for your phone or desktop version. So you would like to have this on your device, say 1-2 hours before sleep, because the exposure to blue screen will up to 1-2 hours before sleep will block the melatonin production, and this will lead to trouble sleeping. And sleep is very important. It's the foundation. Then you want to have a high level of oxygen in the room, preferably black. There are curtains. Temperature have to be colder, because when it's cold we sleep better, easier. And if you have trouble sleep, you can try listening binaural beats, white noise, or relaxed melodies or meditation, which I use on my phone. Track your sleep with sleep cycle, sleep rate, and this last thing is kind of a Finnish technology. It's called the Oura Ring. The best thing to track sleep, I know that. Then we go to mind. Well, mindfulness received quite a lot of popularity recent, say, 5-10 years. Now everyone's talking about it, but it's not such a hard thing. You can meditate like short 5-10 minutes a day, and there are apps like whole Headspace, which has guided meditation. Many people actually like it and recommend it and use it daily. And Hosing, it's actually music tracks which are in certain brain waves, and they can lead you to that deeper state of meditation. Then if you want to verify that you're in that certain state of mind, you can use neurofeedback devices to test your brainwave. I never tried that, but okay. Now, how many minutes have passed since we're here? Posture is a very important thing. So when you're sitting, you have to make sure your back is supported, and your head and neck are in line with the back. Also, there is the controversy: should we sit or should we stand? Now, the reason I ask how many minutes are, I think we sit quite a lot. Do you feel like standing for a few seconds? Please say yes. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, it's good. We just did a hack. Yeah, just biohack yourself. Because sitting is said to be as dangerous as smoking. And to fix it, you have to stand up. And doesn't matter how long you stay up, just how many times you stand up and sit down. So we're not doing that again. You can sit, thank you. Right, then when it comes to screens, this is the 20-20-20 break rule. So every 20 minutes, you take off your eyes for 20 seconds from the screen and watch something that is 20 feet from you. 20 seconds. This will make your eyes, say, feel a relief from all this staring at the screen. Also, good thing is if you have special glasses for computers, but not everyone has it. Then the screen should be directly and slightly above you, below eye, so you don't want to strain your eye. And you hold your mobiles below your eye level. I've seen people like they walk like that. This is wrong. See, you're hunching back. Yes, you're straining your neck. You're spoiling your posture. It's wrong. So keep it like this. Then, blink more often. That's kind of a simple thing, but it will lead to less dry eyes. Good. These are some of the tools I just mentioned. Conclusion. So, is biohacking future of fashion? I know some say this is the future, really. Like in the future because humans through their development, they use technology to advance, to evolve. So now just technology is more advanced. We have computers, so more advanced technology, more available. Well, after I said all these talks, you gotta think, okay, so what's the difference between biohacking and fitness and dieting, like you're dieting, so what's the difference? It sounds similar, right? Well, the thing is with the biohacking, you set defined expectations and goals, and then you check if you have reached them regarding your fitness or diet goals. So you have, the more use of technology, you track your result, and you build on this result. So next time when you run this self-experimentation, you get better result and hence upgrade yourself. How becoming robots? Now with this implanted chips thing, this is raising some awareness, some problems, right? And worries. Are becoming voluntarily cyborgs? I really don't know. I have to think, is the person that with a pacemaker, is he a cyborg? Or he's just a person who just has no luck and his health got wrong and he has to fix it, or he'll die. So I guess it depends by what reason you do it. Is it health or it's just fad? You want to do it for fun? And where we draw the line? I mean, will this in future be controlled? Now there's no control. You can go in these body modification studios and say, put me a chip here. No one will stop you. Yeah, there's no control. Should there be? Maybe. Alright, if you want to find further information, you can search in web for Biohacker Summit, Biohacker's Handbook. I'm currently reading it, and it's a lot of things. And Bulletproof is something I mentioned, but it's about a biohacker in US. He's called Dave Asprey, and he may started all this, if we don't count Kevin Warwick, that's back in time. And maybe you have heard about the 4-hour books of Timothy Ferris or not, but he is also kind of a biohacker because he experimented a lot with his body and he produced this book, so you might want to check it. I got it, but it's this big. And whether you decided to biohack yourself or not, please stay on the light side, and thank you for the attention.
Thanks very much.